So here I am on dashboard of Odoo, and in this tutorial let us see that how the orders from Shopify e-commerce platform can be imported to Odoo ERP. So switching to Shopify in Odoo again, and then switch to Shopify operations under this operations menu. And here in this operations, you need to select import unshipped orders. When you wish to import all the unshipped orders of Shopify e-commerce platform to Odoo ERP. But before going ahead with this process, you need to do various configuration settings in audit process. So for that, switching to Shopify Commerce in this configurations menu and selecting this connector which I had created, and then switch to this order process setup, and over here you need to select payment term, that is immediate payment. Over here you need to select payment gateway. Well, in the tutorial of configuration settings where I did Shopify store setup, common setup and Shopify setup, and when the connection was established, at that time all the payment methods that are available in Shopify e-commerce platform will now be available in this payment gateway functionality of Odoo. So if I switch to payment gateway, then you can see that the payment gateway with the name of manual is already available. So switching to again Shopify Commerce and then selecting this to Shopify connector, switching to order process. Here selecting immediate payment as payment term and selecting manual payment gateway. Well, under this Shopify order financial status, you can see that various functions are available like the payments are pending, whether the payments have been authorized, whether the order has been partially paid, payments have been paid, or the payments have been partially refunded. Any of the functions like payments have been refunded, any of the function from this you can select. So as an example, let me select this option, that is the payment has been made. And for that, which workflow automation I want to process. So again, let us understand that what this workflow automation defines. So switch to this workflow automation in configurations menu. So you can see that the workflow automation with the name workflow automation itself is already created, where I have selected that the orders should be confirmed, even the invoice of the orders should be created, payment should be registered, and invoice date should be same as that of the order. So let me create a new workflow automation with name workflow and show you that how workflow automation can be created. Here you need to select sales journal which defines various invoices of customers. So if I enable this option, that is confirm order, create invoice, then validate invoice, even registered payment and invoice date same as order. Then in this shipping policy, you need to select whether the delivery of all the products is to be done at once or when the product is available. So I can select either of this option. At present, let me select this delivery of all products at once and save this. Okay, so I need to select payment journal over here as I have enabled this registered payment option. So Shopify payout journal, let me select it, and as debit method manual, and let me save this data. If I switch back to workflow automation, then you can see that the workflow which I created is now available over here. So again, switching to this Shopify commerce, then selecting Setu Shopify connector, and again switching to order process setup, and you can see that I had already selected these various options. So now let me select over here workflow automation under this workflow automation menu and save this. So now let me import unshipped orders. So for that, switch to Shopify operations in this operations menu, and then in operations selecting this import unshipped orders, and in connector selecting say to Shopify. Here select the timeline from which you want to import unshipped orders from Shopify to Odoo. So in that, selecting timeline from 1st of the December 2021 to 5th of the Jan 2022 and performing operations. So this will import all the unshipped orders from Shopify to Odoo. So if I Now switch to the sales orders. Then all the sales orders for the timeline that I had selected will appear over here in this sales order functionality under this sales menu in Shopify of Odoo. So you can see over here that the list of all the sales orders that are imported from Shopify e-commerce platform to Odoo ERP. So this is how unshipped orders from Shopify is imported. So thank you for listening till now, and for any queries you can contact us through details mentioned in the description below.